if you got like a little bit in everything type thing.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that for sure. I mean, just being involved in every little part is, I think that's important because then, whatever happens, I mean, we just don't know. It's uncertain. So, having some Hedron, a good chunk of like Icosa, and, a few Watsas, your hex stakes. I mean, and then, obviously we'll get copies. So that's what I always forget about that. So that's huge in itself. Like having
Yeah,
copies of two active chains, because Ethereum ain't gonna die, and so I would assume this stuff isn't gonna die on there. It's gonna have value, and then you got a whole other chain that's definitely gonna be even more active.
yeah. I mean, like all this great stuff is in place now, and now it's like the boring time. I mean, it's not too boring, but like until the next auction, uh, cycle, the big auction cycle comes, it's a little bit the boring time, and it's the bear market, and people are broke. So it's like people just want to press buttons, man. So like that's the only thing we're lacking is a nice big bull run. That would be fucking great. Any day now or any month now would be nice. I'm so sick of the bear already.
Oh yeah, me too. I'd love it just if I could just if we could just hold even some good sideways action for months, like I'm fine with that. Maybe a little trend up, or just whatever. But yeah, I'm ready for that too. It'll be a different feeling.
I don't know. Did you watch that Richard Hart interview today? Man,
Yeah,
like
I
it
did watch it.
more bearish though, like the way they were talking, how, this fucking uncertainty in the markets. It's just so stupid. I'm sick of it.
Oh yeah, and then it's talking about, whenever like a Fed pivots and everything, then you still see another crash, and I was like, "Fuck, man, you're hurting my emotions here."
I mean, so I think it's gonna happen when people aren't expecting it, but I really do think that Richard's call is right on. It's gonna be like 11K and then pray. It may even go way down from there. And like who cares, right? Most of us are staked up and we don't have a lot of, most of us are mostly in, I think, right? And if not, maybe you got fucking side cash on waiting on the sideline. Good for you. I know I don't, but like I would
Yeah.
wait for that absolute fucking crash.
Oh
If
yeah.
I
Yeah, man. I don't know. Same thing. I mean, I'm pretty much all in on everything at this point. Aside from the extra yield, I could compound and whatever. And I don't know, I'm trying to make some more money, but it's not like I have a huge chunk sitting there that I can perfectly time a bottom. Be cool if I did, but that's just like the hard part anyway. You don't actually know, so
yeah, what do you
you could.
think? 'Cause, like I think big players, they probably have money on the sidelines, right? Because they have money they can live off of. They got whatever, right? They're good. Whereas a lot of us, maybe still have jobs and we don't have a whole lot of money anyway. And, like we put everything we could into crypto and now we're just kind of hoping, right? But
Yeah.
what I was going to say is, like, what do you think's more mm, scary? Like, for me, it was always like there's two things that can be super scary. One is like missing out on the giant green candles, right? Like just missing it and like having to buy way too late, you know? Or is it scarier um selling at what you think could be a top or a local top and just taking some like a bunch of profit out. But then, you know, like just it goes up and you're like, what the fuck? Am I gonna miss it again? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like that's the scariest shit is when you pull your shit out into a stable and you're sitting there with like no action at all. It's doing nothing. you know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, not playing the game is scarier. Like, 'cause some of my friends, I just think to 'em I've tried to explain to, like, one of my best friends, and it's like, "Well, if you don't ever do anything, dude, then, like, you can have all these opinions and try to tell me something, but you're not playing any game." Like, he's literally not. He's not invested in anything, and he's like, "I don't have the money," but, like, I know this last time it was a little scary selling because I was, you get that hopium of like, whoa, oh man, if it just goes to this, I'm have so much money. But I still, I don't know how I managed. I was just like, well, this money like affects my life, so I'm just gonna cash them out now, and went up higher, then cashed out on the way down too, because I was like, well, fuck it, and you know, it's just like having a goal of like, hey, is this gonna benefit me? And I just didn't worry, and I saved some. I just maintained some anyways. So I wrote all that pretty much down to where we're at now. But I still feel like I haven't done bad because we've, we've gotten some good opportunities. So and getting like Watsas and stuff and sacrificing for like pulse X and whatever else. It's just like I don't know, those are good opportunities for us that most people they don't get it. But we got it, so we should be good.
Fuck yeah, dude. I feel like a lot of people have disappeared this bear. Like there's a lot of people I haven't seen in a while, you know. And like when the bull run was going, they were around, you know, they were super active and loud and man, it's like a ghost town now. And like I feel like whoever is around right now is definitely gonna do well, right? Regardless. It may take some time, obviously. Like it doesn't just go straight up. There's always, you know, up and down through the whole thing. But like I think everybody in here for sure will do awesome.
Yeah, I think so. And I think I think what happened, like a lot of people did make some good money, and then they jumped the gun. Like I've seen some people talking, even in here, about, oh well, in 3 years I'm gonna, if I just keep compounding, I'm retiring on my yield. But like, I don't understand, like it's not just guaranteed. So like people have made the mistake, I think, of like where you could quit your job and then think, well, this is gonna be fine because I'll just keep cashing out the same amount or whatever. But everything goes up and down, so I mean, I think selling it's not just the yield's cool, but that's not like the most important thing. Like Richard always says, it's the hodling is the holders are the ones that win, right? The founders and the holders. So it's more important just to hold your shit and sell when it goes up, right? That's right.
Yeah. And I've learned the lesson to hold, like, I've learned that lesson when it's down, right? I've learned that lesson twice now. Um, you know, I didn't hold the very first time I got into crypto. I didn't hold my Bitcoin, and I regret that, obviously. And then the next two times, two bear markets, I held through it. I'm holding through this one. But like, I've never been able to hold a, a bull market. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. I need to hold one of them, you know, like all the way to the top instead of selling early and all that bullshit.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it's hard. I mean, I don't because you can't really time it, so it's. I think like dollar cost averaging now, so like having some income somewhere. Like I'm out of work at the moment, and I already feel it. I was telling somebody else earlier, and I was just like, it's only been a week and a half, but I'm like, man, I need to get back to it just because I want that to cover my expenses and then have a little extra because now is like the time where you just keep accumulating no matter what. You just put in every week or however often you get paid. I mean, that's just, I feel like that's where your people do really well. Like if you're averaging all the downward trends and eventually it just breaks and then, I mean, you're good. And then you're in profit. It's just like, it was crazy though. I don't know, like if you met anyone, but it was crazy seeing people like because I was in some other paid like Patreon group thing. I'm not in now, but and like people would come in and they literally put their life savings into it, and I felt so bad for them because they lost like so much, you know, dollar value anyways of their assets, and it was just the whole. It was crazy to witness. And I felt bad for like some of them put their whole retirements in it, and like, bam, yeah. And then
It
they
looks
sold. They sold
those
when it
kids.
went down too, and they admitted it. So I was like, oh man, that's even rougher.
Yeah, if it's not at all-time highs, I'm not fucking interested in buying it.
Yeah, just
Most
I don't
people are.
know what happens. Sell the bottom, man. Somebody's got to do it.
God, you guys enjoying those red candles today? I bought some Hex. Price instantly went down after I bought, but like I bought some Hex in Icosa.
Did you? Did you buy right before?
Oh no, I bought it was just a little higher. But it's just like, I buy and the prices instantly got to go a little lower afterwards to remind me I suck at buying bottoms.
Yeah, that's how it always feels. Yeah, I think we're sitting, right at the low end of, a thicker liquidity. So I mean, it's a good thing. Can't go much lower, right? I mean, and stay low.
Dude, Icosa literally looks like a fucking death chart. Like I've been catching this following knife since 80 cents. But with the stake points and stuff, like you're fine, I think. Like I still have more money to put in. But like, god damn it, dude, I've never seen a more fucked up looking chart with an asset that I want so bad.
It's all Nomad Shanty's fault.
Allegedly.
Good news. I didn't make the list, so that's good. When I saw Shillem Dafoe's name on the list, I was like, "Fuck, really? They're going after a meme dude? That's some bullshit."
What's your this is a question I'm wondering for your guys' opinions. Like, what do you think with, Hedron? I mean, Hex is even new, right? 3 years. So, like, even with Hedron and Icosa, it's not even a year old yet. But I mean, I guess it's still based on the T share. So you've got that age for those stakes that were early. So I mean, what do we really think before? I guess in terms of like inflation going down, like what's timeline do you guys think? I mean, do we have to get through a full 15 year and get some of those stakes ended, or like what do you think?
Uh, I think that like inflation has very little to do with like price going up. Like, look, more Bitcoin or less Bitcoin come out, but like the price doesn't go up as much, and it still has big dips. So it's like it's really about like I think like if we weren't blacklisted and stuff, like we'd be seeing even higher prices. But like I don't think inflation's that big of a deal. As long as you have more people buying than selling, it's cool.
Yeah, I think we need more adoption for sure. Like it's hard to do when you're blacklisted, like you said.
Yeah, and all my buddies who did buy Hex, they're kind of pissed. Most of them are actually cool though. Like most of them are like, no, dude, I get it. It's crypto. It goes up and down. But they're like I'm earning a lot of money on my shares, so like all of them are cool. And I got them in Icosa. They're really all my friends love watching their Icosa yield.
Yeah, even with your yield and the price falling from whatever 80 cents, I mean, you're still doing good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so that's a cool thing.
There's no other ecosystem that's good enough for my money. So it's like, you get a little wrecked. What's a little, 75% wreckage on your portfolio, like on a purchase? What is that? Not, doesn't even hurt. People act like they lost their fucking arm or something.
Yeah, as long as I'm getting more tokens, which is what's happening, I'm getting more of the stuff that I want anyway, so I don't really care. Eventually it'll go up. And that was kind of my thoughts too. It's just like a cycle, right? So eventually everybody will someday FOMO in again, just like they just did. So, I mean, it's going to happen.
I remember
Probably.
being new into crypto and seeing a green candle and then just like being a meth head, like trying to chase the dragon, dude. Or a heroin addict chasing the dragon, man. You just never catch it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when I got in right before, right in the beginning of 2020 is when I was like, well, I need to do something with my money. Like I was in so much debt and I got out. I finally paid off this one debt I had, and then I was like, well, I can just continue doing this, paying off debt, or I can just invest. And I got in, and like, I didn't have a lot of money, so it was all right because I was gonna DCA the whole year is what it did. But I was like looking at this Bitcoin chart, and I'm like, what the fuck's? Damn, this is crazy, man. Because it was just a death spiral down to like 3K. I was like, holy crap, dude! Every night I'm looking at it while I'm playing my games, and I was pretty wild, just watching that as like a fresh noob. But then there was
Nobody
the
wants to buy the dip
opportunity.
though.
It was an opportunity because I mean, my whole plan was just like, well, any extra money I just put into crypto, and unfortunately, it wasn't in Hex. I just didn't know any better. I didn't know shit, but still did okay.
Dude, you're buying at good prices now, man. Like 2.5 cents.
Oh,
Pretty dope. I bought some, so yeah.
yeah, I still buy, and then I just like I was able this summer. I mean, I bought back in like January, and then everything went down. But then I was like, cool, everything's cheaper now. I can complete this staking ladder and just get it more working. But that was really I can still do that now, so it's cool. I think actually seeing too, like since I've gotten into Hex, how much the cost of the T share in Hex terms goes up. It's like that's going up a lot. So it's going to cost people a lot to capture that yield. And they got
It
a
gets
deal
harder.
right now.
Like it's going to keep going faster too, I think. I think with time, like it starts really to ratchet fast.
Yeah, it sure seems like it. I'm
I
fine
looked
with
away.
that.
I looked away from the share chart for like a couple days, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It went up like 500, 600. Like, what the hell? It was out of nowhere, man.
I can't wait. Like someday I'm gonna have like make like shirts or something with some of my Watsas and the art that's attached, and just so people know like, hey, this is my fucking Watsa, dude. We go to
Oh
a
yeah,
meetup
dox your
or
wallet.
something, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't even care. I wouldn't even care at that point.
If
Whatever.
you're poor, it don't matter, right? Like I'm poor, it don't matter. You can know my wallet. That's what I thought. I was like, I will wear my Watsons. No one, everyone knows I don't have money.
I mean, most people won't even know, but then like amongst some of us here, it would be cool. Like, I'm talking, if you can stomach holding one 15 years, I mean, Jesus, can only imagine what the value's gonna be on one of them. But if we're meeting up, I mean, pretty sure all of us sitting in here be very well off. Would you, if somebody, let's hypothetically say somebody makes something, because somebody's always making something, you can borrow against your Watsa, would you do that?
Oh yeah, like like there were some times I wish I could have done it. Like I would have paid back the loan or whatever, but I don't know if it. I don't know if like it's nice to have those things, but it's like will it actually be used by enough people? Maybe we need more than like we have a very small community of Watson holders right now. So
Yeah, that's true. I guess I didn't think of that. Probably wouldn't be that valuable to make something for it, maybe, because there's only going to be less. So, yeah, you're probably right.
what's the next move? Do we just go down for like a year? Is it another year bear? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, we were just been talking about that. We were hoping not that long. Be nice to have a little, at minimum, just steady maybe action, get some yield. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen this next year?
This is the year of the hex. While everything else dies, fucking hex just continues to just kick ass and take names.
Fuck
I don't
yeah,
know.
dude. Sounds good to
I mean,
me,
that one
dude.
big guy
Get
who
some
dumped his
coffees.
bags, he's gone.
Yeah, fuck them. I
Like,
mean, if they want to dump, dude, then fine. See ya. Doesn't matter to me. Like, go somewhere else. But it's crazy watching just the level of wealth people. Like I said, that other dude not that long ago too is just buys Hex 200K or something, and then sells it 4 days later for $25,000 less. Like, okay, that doesn't make sense, but okay. But yeah, I mean, I would think, Pulse Chain, we've definitely got to get launched this coming year. So that's, I mean, it doesn't have to. I don't have that expectation, but I don't see why it wouldn't.
and another thing to keep in mind is like I did sell some stuff for a loss, to reposition myself, and like it was worth it for me, and like I'm very like it wasn't like I'm hurting or anything. Like it was just like okay, I want to do this and this, And it's like, well, I could sell this for loss, take care of a lot of those taxes, and then reposition myself here. And so I was talking to a lady at the dog park, and she would always buy stocks during this time because so many other people did that. And uh, it's just always something to consider.
Yeah, I've never had a problem. So like even in these, because I didn't get into Hex and I didn't know about it until somebody had put in this group I was in, world's largest airdrop, and then they had another post and they were like, this sacrifice is going on. And you just kind of, the dude challenged me just to do my own research, and I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right, dude. I'll go do that. And that's how I fucking got over here. And I haven't had a problem like repositioning other shit and selling at a whatever a loss, I guess, but and then getting into something that's I definitely think is way more valuable. Like I don't care. You got to do what you got to do as long as your end goal is getting achieved. There's nothing wrong with like getting rid of something. I'm not a diamond hands or for like with certain things. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not gonna keep it. But I mean, I'm not selling like Hedron at a loss or Hex or anything. That's for sure. I'll just get more.
True. I was letting my stakes build up, and yeah, like then I'll min all my Hedron, go do fun stuff. Maybe I'll be able to have enough Hedron for some auctions. That'll be worth my time. The gas fees are just gnarly right now. It's not even fun. I don't want to waste $200 in gas.
Yeah. I'm not at my computer right now. I'm wondering what happened to that 4.5 million Hex stake, if it's sold yet or not.
No, it was just getting bid on. Like it's going in tomorrow.
Nah, it's already.
Or the pay. The pay
Well,
is
yeah, the pay. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I wasn't sure how high it got bid up yet.
30 billion. Whoever, man, like that thing's worth 80, man. I hope that doesn't sell for 30.
I know. That's what I was chatting about in the group. I
Oh,
was like, oh,
someone bid that up. Someone bid that up. You got 10 seconds. Oh,
oh man,
dude, don't let this big guy get it. Oh my god, he got it, I think. He got it, bro.
did he? Wow, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like you, man, it's hard if you don't have a lot of Hedron sitting there. But
I
I
don't
wish
have
I
30
had.
billion Hedrons sitting like shit. What's he gonna do with it? Is he gonna dump it? Dude, if he dumps that into like if he dumps that Icosa, I'm buying it.
Yeah, I mean his immediate profit there, huge.
He like 2.5x his money. Oh my god. Dude, that's all dude, how much is 568 shares? Bring up the hex model. What do we got here? Oh god. Oh, that's 137,000 Icosa. Oh my god.
Oh man, lucky dude. I don't know. I'm thinking of picking up some more Hedron personally, not to like telegraph my strategies, but starting to participate a little more and get some started. I'm just gonna have to do it when peak times are down and see if I can do anything with it. But you can't go like too small because it's like every time I try to do that, somebody just wants to bid one over, and I just like don't see the point. Like if you want it that bad, I guess But I don't know. Maybe I'll just bid them up or something. I don't know. I get annoyed though. Like I get annoyed sometimes playing the game. It's fun, but I don't want somebody one bidding me up one Hedron or something. Have you participated at all, like in auctions, or you just staking up?
Staking and chilling. I lost $200 in gas trying to bid, and I was like, yeah, this isn't worth my time. So
Yeah, I hear you.
wait till
That's
Pulse Chain, and after this year, give me like a year or two. Oh yeah, I'll have some motherfucking Hedron to play with. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Ah, dude, 30 bill. Oh my god. Dude, he got that much hex for that cheap. Like, oh my god.
yeah, Crispy, I think it was saying yesterday, the majority, like the smaller ones, are the ones that are tougher to get. The bigger ones, people are getting the better deals on.
Yeah, because all the big players are staked. Uh-oh, are we going to see a dip? He claimed it. Are we going to see a dip? Bring out your buy orders, boys. This guy dumps, dude. That's a lot of Icosa. That was 137,000. So he could dump 70K into it. What is he going to do?
That's right. There's huge auctions today, right? So I've been gone the last couple of
Oh
days.
yeah,
So.
someone just won. Big discount
Oh,
there. What'd you say it went for? 30 billion?
Yeah. I really hope he dumps, dude. Like, that's a big one. And it's just like, he wouldn't get anything. Like, dude, the liquidity would be so thin. Maybe he's a hexagon. He's just keeping the stake. That's fine too. I'd rather it get recycled, but like, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people are probably just gonna hang on to them and wait, wait till later because you always got that option later on to recycle it. You made a big gain there. What wallet address was it? Was it the C17?
No, it was, I don't know what it was. Wasn't that one though.
I'll look it up in a little bit. It's nice that Crispy's got us all set up. We can look up that stuff now.
That's not looking good for the GBTC being half off. Like, that does not look good for Bitcoin at all. Or like Grayscale Bitcoin was actually a giant scam. At this point, would anyone be shocked if GBTC was actually a scam and it just rug pulled all of like the fucking traditional finance people? Oh my god. No one else finds that funny? All right. I think it would be pretty funny. It just would be just like that nail in the coffin.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be hilarious. Hey, let's make it happen. Gotta get down to where Richard said it's gotta be. He's probably right. So we're gonna have to have a big crash.
Did you see that interview today where he was like, did the Richard Hart 10K Bitcoin call come in? No? Okay, well then we still have to go to 10K. It was like, oh my god, I was cracking up. I was like, oh my god, this guy's too much.
Yeah, I heard it. It's hilarious. I was like, oh man. He looked odd. He looked a little odd today. I don't know. Not to make fun of him, but it almost looked like too much makeup or something. I don't know what's going on there.
Hilarious.
Sorry, I've been just working all day there. Was that you talking about Richard had an interview today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he was wearing all this makeup or what?
I don't know
Uh,
if it was a lot. I don't know the way the camera was. Sometimes I'm like,
Yeah,
he almost looked ghostly or something. Or maybe he's not getting any sun. I don't know.
yeah, okay.
But yeah, the interview was it was seemed normal interview to me. It says normal stuff.
they
But yeah,
wrecked. I'm not. I'm better. You should have listened to me. I'm a god. I'm a price call god.
yeah, waiting for that to hit. I don't know, I guess.
What is this bullshit? We got paid out. I got a 0.5% interest in the day. A 0.5% interest? You know how much, like, what? 0.5% in the Icosa pool? Get out of here. 0.5% a day. What? How are we supposed to feed our kids?
We're we're spoiled. Tomorrow will be better.
The T-share, the 500 T-shares went for 30 billion. Trip.
How much was it exactly? Was it 500 and something T-shares?
Yeah, 568.
Yeah, there's another one coming up, 160 something. Maybe about 9 hours from now.
I wish I could track that address and be like, what are you doing with that? You staking it? Or you dumping it?
Sorry, just back to that interview today. What would I like? Who was it with? Like, how would I look that up?
A nobody. I don't know. It was posted in the
Oh,
Icosa chat, I think. That was a
isn't the
nobody.
Icosa Chat? Okay. I'm more
You know,
interested on how how he's looking right now. To be honest, I don't care who's with. I just want to find it. So it's in. Okay.
So if the one for 162 in 9 hours from now went for the same ratio, that would be 8.5 billion.
I wish I had the 8 billion liquid Hedron.
It's tempting to end stake.
Yeah, until that dude just has more money than you and outbids you up to 99%, and then can just arb it while you end staked.
But that's okay because I'll get a percent of that.
Depends what your penalty is. Might be worth. I don't know, dude.
In fact, I might want to fuck with them and run them up, right? Everybody gets more yield.
Okay, got about like 3 minutes into this Richard Hart interview today, and you can just see how annoyed, in my opinion, he seems annoyed. He seems mad, and I think it's to do with Pulse Chain. I don't know. He just seems like he doesn't want to be there, and he's just annoyed.
I don't know. After he has basically told everyone you're fucking idiots for the last, how many years, and that everyone else is wrong, and he's still getting called a scammer, I'd be pretty annoyed. too, but I don't think everything revolves around Pulse Chain because once again, it's just like an updated fork of ETH. I think building Hex was going to be. I think it's harder because it was never made before. Icosa and Hex will be better than Sex. I like it. I'll get that tattoo. I'll put it on my back, right above my ass. Tramp stamp.
So would it be like kind of foolish to think that, like, let's say Icosa drops down to 25 cents, for an example. Do you think at 25 cents we would like see a bunch of people want to burn their Watsas, maybe, Mike? Like they're freaking out, panic or something. You know what I mean? Like and then they start burning. I don't know.
I think when you buy a Watson, most people buy it for the position. And like, I don't look at a Watson and be like, oh, like especially now the price is going down. Like, I don't even look and be like, oh, it's now we're 200. I better sell it or burn it and everything. Like, I think that you're going to see a higher likelihood of burning at like when Icosa goes back to like $1, because by that time, it will have a ton of yield in it, like a ton of fucking yield.
Forgive my ignorance one more time, but like, how do we get back to $1? Real quick.
All right, we need people to stop selling all their Icosa, and we need people to start buying more Icosa.
Yeah, let's hopefully we can see that. So hopefully
Let it
the
fall.
auctions
Let it go to a quarter. Let it fall to a quarter.
I'm with you. So maybe like less auctions means less selling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, well, it depends on what those people are doing, right? Like, they could be winning those HSIs and staking it. So there's really no sell pressure. And it's like, who's really winning these auctions? I think is a good question. Like, are you an arbor or are you a person with Hedron who's trying to get some Icosa and stake it? And like, I do think that you're right. Like, the number of auctions like does partly affect it too. Oh yeah, Pepe's on it, dude. Like, I got fucking like 3-4 grand on the fucking side here, dude. Like, fucking dude. Like, we going in.
You ready? You ready to get in there?
Yeah, dude. I already bought today. I bought like 30,000 hex or something, or 40. I don't know. And I think I bought what was it? Like, I bought $800 of Icosa at 42 cents.
Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking like you here right now, like, let it go down. We go to see 10 cents, we scoop up a huge bagaroo, right? Santa comes early.
A 95% dip from the top is 10 cents. I'm just like, I don't want to see it to go to 10 cents, but I kind of do because, man, you're getting a lot of stake points for fucking cheap.
I think auctions will run out too, won't they? Like eventually.
No, there was basically like hex stakes in there like every day. Like there are literally hex stakes every day. I think one of the other issues is like what's that like arbing like point two? Like, Icosa and hex and Icosa, like they're all kind of tied together in this system. And the less competitive the auctions are, the more like selling that of Icosa that's happening rather than burning of Hedron. So one problem is we do need more competition in here, especially versus these big guys. Yeah, some of you schmucks with 100 billion Hedron, where are you? Huh? Where were you bidding up that guy? Schmucks. It didn't look like he dumped it though. Bitcoin halving about 500 days away. Oh, there's always usually a pump around then too. People are like, oh, dude, the Bitcoin halving. Oh, everyone starts buying around the, a couple months before Bitcoin halving, and then it dumps again. Yeah. I was talking to Fish earlier, and he said he has like an AI program about like fucking Hex and Icosa and stuff. Basically, the AI system said Hex is definitely not a scam. So that's fucking good. AI are going to take over the world, right? So even they're like, yeah, okay, like I want to kill all humans and shit, but like Hex isn't a scam, all right?
I remember
Maybe that's
asking
how.
an AI. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say maybe that's the first way that they infiltrate our trust.
Oh, dude, you do? I love conspiracy theories. You onto something?
Sorry, the whole system stayed. Go ahead.
Just gonna say that I asked an AI chatbot when Pulse Chain launched, and it replied like cannot compute or whatever. Like it couldn't even give me an answer. It's pretty funny.
Are we at the bottom yet? Did did the 10K Bitcoin call come in? No. Oh, okay. Oh.
I thought price go down, more Hedron burnt.
Well, you never know what the future is going to hold.
I've just been an ass in regards to that 568 T-share.
So, Mike, I'm just writing this down. So you're saying less people sell, price go up? So I can write this down.
Yeah. So less people sell and more people start buying Icosa. All of a sudden, you're going to start seeing the price of Icosa go up. Yeah. I've been in crypto a long time. I learned it last week. So, like, you might want to do some additional theory crafting around that one.
Also, as the T-share rate goes up,
Yeah, I gotta run the numbers.
the payout.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Havish. Go ahead.
As the T-share rate goes up, it reduces the inflation of Icosa, so it's harder to get. it's harder to yield, and then it's harder to get when you sell your T-share stakes. The hex price needs to go up as well.
Oh, look at the price of Icosa. It went up a little bit. Somebody here bought, and the price went up, and no one sold it down. See? Look, God, I'm like a god here. If you got a question in life, I have an answer.
All right, I got one for you, Mike. Is the lottery system considered shit? I just missed the question. What is that? What are they trying to classify? What are they trying to classify all cryptos as? I forget the freaking term.
Security?
Security. Thank you. Wouldn't the lottery system be considered a security?
I think that like the lottery has like a really sketched history through American history because it was banned for so many years. Then a whole bunch of Democrats like pulled together and then fucking made it legal again because it's a tax on stupid and poor people. So, that's the Democrats' main like party that they like to exploit. So I think that's the history.
I'm pretty sure isn't the
Well,
history though mob related? Where they ran the numbers, isn't that? Oh, maybe
Mob,
that's Keno. I'm thinking of
Democratic
Keno.
Party, like tomato.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of like Keno. You know that game Keno? That was from the mob, like where they would run numbers and like New York's or whatever. Like that's where that comes from, I think.
Oh, didn't know that.
all I know is that it allow people to spend all their money on the stupid lottery, which is literally just a black hole. But you can't invest in crypto for some reason.
I think I've heard about what somebody was just talking about. Like they used to call it numbers or something, and it was almost like a decentralized like black market lottery or some shit that they used to do in like New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, all the mafia guys or whatever. Yeah, that's right. Then it was all based on like the whatever the horse racing numbers or whatever for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about it like briefly. I don't know. I don't know much about it.
All right, boys, I'm out. You guys all have a good one. Let's see if we see a lower low tomorrow. You might see me lose all my money and buy more, and then stake it. So, peace out.
See you, man.
Is Mike in there? And Mike in here?
He stepped out a little bit ago.